Hi, friends. Travis here, and it's good to be with you here for just a couple of moments midweek or whenever you're watching this. I just want to bring you into where the Lord had me this morning. My focus these last, I guess 2 days now, yesterday morning and this morning, has been around this topic of rest. And within that rest, peace in particular, something that I've been praying into, knowing that I need. And maybe you can have some sort of affinity with me. Are you tired? Are you feeling in your spirit, in your body, in your mind, in your schedule, in your family, in your relationships, in your finances, in your health? A need for rest. When I'm thinking about rest, I often think also about peace and contentment. The Bible speaks both old and new out of the tradition of the Hebrews, peace being God's perfect present peace, which is a shalom, they call it. It's a beautiful word that could and has had probably scores and scores of books written about that one word. That really is this whole idea of peace. And I was reminded this morning as Jesus was in the last number of hours before he went to Golgotha and to his death, he was speaking to his closest friends, his disciples, about peace. And he says this, the last words while they were in the upper room, sharing in a new kind of Passover. He said, peace. This is the 14th chapter of John. I'm going to start in the 27th verse. Peace I leave with you. My peace, he says, I give you. I do not give you as the world gives. That's so important. He does not give as the world gives. Don't let your hearts be troubled, and do not let them be afraid. You have heard me say to you, I am going away, and I am then coming to you. If you loved me, you would rejoice that I am going to the Father, because the Father is greater than I. And now I have told you this I've told you this before it occurs, so that when it does occur, you do believe. Remember and believe. I will no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming. He has no power over me, but I do as the Father has commanded me, so that the world may know that I love the Father. And then he says this very interesting phrase. He says, let's get up, rise, let's get on our way. Literally, they left the room. And I was thinking about how in my busy heart and mind, in my discontent, in my exhaustion, whether it be shutting down and isolating or going fast and keeping busy, my mind has such a way of just speeding up that I have a hard time resting. Maybe you can relate. And so it's very timely this morning as I was listening to a meditation that, believe it or not, came out of this particular chapter in John's Gospel. And so I wrote down some of these things. I've had a couple of texting conversations with friends about it already. And this is the devotionalists reflecting on peace. They say peace is not some kind of floaty detachment, a carefree lack of concerns about life or others, about the realities of the tensions and the struggles in life. They go on to say, when we are gripped by fear or agitation, it can immobilize us, freeze us, shut us down. To those who want it, Jesus offers peace, a peace that frees us from this grip. Not necessarily the tensions and the struggles, but the grip from these immobilizing effects, and allows us to engage. And here's the key, and I'm meditating on this today. This is so so important. It allows us to engage with life that has been given to us in all of its fullness and complexities. So just for a moment, listen to me here. When Jesus said, rise, and this captured my heart this morning. When Jesus said, rise, let us leave from this place, they were departing into his passion, into the way of being denied, the way of being criticized, literally executed, crucified, mocked, buried. This is what the tension is about. But yet here is God in the form of Jesus that said, I will give you peace, the peace of my life, that then you will be able to engage and live in the midst of the fullness and the complexities, the fullness of the grace that took Jesus to the cross and the complexities of the cross, the fullness of life and the grace that God has with you as you're struggling in your finances, as your work is just about ready to kill you, as your children and raising them are so difficult, but the grace of God is leading in you those things, but also the complexity of those things. That is peace. It's not the relinquishment from those tensions, but it's the relinquishment of the grip that we so desperately want to have upon those circumstances. And so Jesus says, peace I give to you. Peace I leave with you, not as the world gives. See, the world says tight, grip harder, be stronger. Jesus says, loosen your grip and believe that all things are in my Father's hands. You've been with me. You believe in me. You also believe in my Father. You believe that I was going to come and go. You believe. Now allow that to give you peace in the midst of the trials that are both full and complex. May that peace give you rest this day.